6. What tools do I already have available that keeps me protected? So we know that we have built-in defense mechanisms, but what are they? So your aura is your first line of defense. I've said this I don't know how many times, and I can't stress it enough. A strong, big, bright aura is some powerful protection. And how do you cultivate that? How do you do that? This is an example. So I want to show y'all some physical. I couldn't find some really good aura pictures. A lot of times they take those pictures with what's the thing called? Polaroids. And I was even trying to look for some videos of them. I saw one, but it wasn't really looking like I wanted to. So I just have this diagram. But that is what a powerful aura will look like. This right here. It'll be full of colors, but the outside would be like a golden or a white hue. Um, this is what a weak aura looks like. It has like muddy and dull colors. It has gaps and holes in it. These are areas in which people can get in or where attachments can get in. Um, it varies based on your emotional state. If you haven't dealt with some traumas, if you haven't dealt with certain issues, if you haven't dealt with, um, you know, your rigmarole stuff, it will affect your aura. Some people who have had like a lot of things happen in repetition. So let's just say you've had a biking accident on your left side and you've had this for multiple lifetimes. Even though you haven't had one this lifetime, your aura will still have the energetic kink there until you have some past life work, right? So that would be a weak spot in your aura. Like I have one of my homies, he has weak spots around his ankles because of football when he was in high school, right? Even though he's like 20 years past that. So you just got to make sure that you're doing the energetic work. I know it's a lot to take into account, but it is necessary. So you can store things in your aura that will help supplement um, when it is lacking or weakening. You can store sigils, you can store energy signatures, and you can store protective shields in there um, to help you compensate for when you're lacking, right? And then, of course, like I talked about, the things that we could do um, to heal your aura, which is heal your stuff, take in sunlight, ground, make sure you're doing energy clearing, and your spiritual hygiene is on point, right? So those are things that you could do to strengthen your aura. So the next defender that we got is the brain, is your mind. Your mind is the ultimate defender. Um, but a lot of times our brains or our emotions are puppeted with ease. Our distractions are at an all-time high now. People, I don't know if all of you have iPhones, but I know there's like a productivity app. And you can see how many hours you spend on social media. And sometimes I think mine has said that the most was 9 hours. And I was like, how did I spend 9 hours on social media? Right? There's a lot of times that our those dopamine hits, our emotions are sparked or triggered by stuff we see on these screens. So we have to make sure that we manage that because, like I said, your brain um, stimulates the emotions. The emotions will weaken the aura. So you have to be a steward of your brain. Eliminate fear, expand your consciousness, sharpen your focus. Expanding your consciousness looks like evolving, striving for enlightenment. I know I preach meditation and I will never stop, but meditation works because it helps you reduce the emotional reaction from the things that you think, right? So that is another way of expanding your consciousness or, you know, uh, bridging a relationship with a deity and having them help you or even help clear out some things for you, right? Like those are some things that help you expand your consciousness. Um, but like I said, you need to strengthen your mind, reduce your triggers, monitor what you consume, mind your thoughts, Meditate. I'm gonna say that all the time. Meditate, meditate, meditate. Mental exercises, and do not believe everything you think. That's probably the biggest one. Because um, those of you who took the Magic of Money class, y'all remember we talked about how the brain is an antenna, right? The brain is an antenna. It picks up things, and the cleaner your antenna, the cleaner your wheelhouse, the clearer your thoughts will be. But until then, you got to make sure that you don't believe everything you think, because some of them aren't coming from you. Okay.